You're now rocking with your favorite DJ, DJ.
Yeah. What up? I'm in a very great mood today. Last night I saw LTJ book him live in Dallas. It was so beautiful. Amazing performance from LTJ Bookham last night in Dallas, Texas, and it gave me a great inspiration. My great inspiration is this. This week I bring to you hopper1000 presents 1000% breaks. This week we going only on the breaks, and I dedicate this set to LTJ Bookham. I dedicate this set to Goldie. I dedicate this set to Square Pusher and Venetian Snares. I dedicate this set to Source Direct. Dedicate this set to Hidden Agenda. You know, everyone on Good Looking Records. Everyone on Metalheads. Dedicate this to Chemistry. You know, this is a dedication to Jungle.
The dreams of poets.
hopper1000 Radio presents 1000% breaks. An ode to drum and bass. So let's get it. Mother Suo joining me later too. It's a great day. hopper1000 Radio. Let's continue. time riding, hop on K style. I'm riding, grinding and sliding. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Love me.
Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's rock this shit. Let's go. This is for the love of it all. Right here, right now. hopper1000 Radio. Let's rock.
We'll see if there's anything that can be done about all of this.
the way. Yeah. The motherfucking way. Right. The motherfucking way. Yeah. Hopper 1000 radio. 1000% breaks. Wanna talk a little bit. Yup. Got to see LTJ book him last night with my homeboy, Mother Suo, and my homegirl Channing. Yeah. But I actually got to meet LTJ Bookham, and it was a very powerful moment for me, being that he's one of the creators of this drum and bass shit. One of the top like 3 creators of this shit. And I actually cried when I seen his show, because I had the realization he dropped this old track, this unknown dub, unknown ass song to many, but to me it was one of my first drum and bass tracks I ever heard. And I had that realization, if I never heard that song, there would be no Hopper 1000. So I actually, after his set, I went up to him and I told him, I said, without you, there is no me. And he told me, without you, there is no me. Yeah, cause that's what we got is each other out here. So let's rock this shit 1000% breaks. Keep this shit locked in all day. See you soon 239. This is one of my best tracks right here. Contrast by PhD. What up my brother Zeke? Let's go. Had to share that little moment with y'all. I even got an autograph from him. Pulled out a Pokemon card. Told him to sign this. Yeah. It's 1000% breaks right here. Do it for the love. Yeah.
DJ.
Hopper 1000.
garage. No tomorrow. No tomorrow. We all know this one. Future Sound of London. High contrast mix. Another one of my childhood tracks. Let's get this thing going. Bang this shit. This last section is gonna get pretty hardcore. I don't know if y'all are ready. Let's get it.
we're gonna do right here is go back. Way back.
Hopper1000. Hopper1000.
Y'all fucking get ready. No one's ever ready for phase 3. Let's get it going. Hopper1000 Radio presents 1000% breaks. Motherfucking McDaddy. What up? Fucking finish this shit out. Yeah. This has been 1000% breaks. street. Yeah. Figure skater, type of boy. That concludes 1000% breaks. Hopper 1000 Radio. Now I'd like to announce my guest, Mother Suo, is joining me. It was a real life interview. We got on some smart topics relating to the future of technology, society, all that shit. He's a smart ass dude, so we went smart. But yeah, that was my dedication set to Jungle. Hope y'all liked it. Just so y'all know, I'm back. Another thing is I'll be back in Florida, the 239, and I got a big ass show coming like August 5th. So August 5th, Florida show. It's gonna be the biggest Hopper 1000 radio show yet. Be there or be motherfucking square. I'm out. Peace. I'd like to introduce to the show a good friend of mine in the booth, in real life interview. Great friend of mine, popular musician you guys might know. His name his mother Sua.
Yo, thank you for having me.
We've been talking about doing this episode for a long time because we've been hanging out a lot lately, so yeah, we're finally here doing it.
Yeah, bro, I'm about to leave the DFW region. You're about to leave the DFW region, so this is a perfect closer.
We're out of here.
Yeah, bro. Getting out of this concrete corporate hellscape that is basically just a living freeway sign advertisement. That's how it feels here.
Yeah, there's no soul.
Yeah, there's none. But you know what? The people who can handle it and live here, good for them, bro. Yeah.
I mean, we should just make this entire episode trash in DFW.
Dude, I just recorded an episode for my show where it's me and my friend Matt just trashing DFW.
Dude, fuck DFW. I hope all the DFW fans hear this and know this place is trash. All the Cali people hate DFW. All the Florida people hate DFW. If you live in DFW, you should move the fuck out.
Dude, the thing is, a lot of Cali people are gonna move here and like it, but it's like, in Cali, I was a contrarian, and I didn't like it a lot, and then I moved out here thinking it was gonna work for me, and it didn't work for me for like the wrong reasons. Like, a lot of people like would think a person from Cali like doesn't like it here because of like the politics or whatever. Like, it's not that. It's just the fucking lifestyle, bro. I can't just eat and sit inside all the time. That's not for me.
What I thought when I came here, I thought there was going to be little bulls and rams running around, little fields and stuff. Like, I thought I was going to see cowboys every day.
Yeah.
And just, that's what Floridians think of Texas. They think of cowboys and bulls, bull riding. No, I get here. It's basically a version of New York City. Full blown. And with less money. It's like New York City if there was none of the fucking business opportunity and all of the fucking problems.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, all of the business opportunities here are like with crazy corrupt like military contractors and shit. Like, if you're up north of Dallas itself, there's like Northrop Grumman, Raytheon, fucking like tech companies that are like sketchy. Like, it's really interesting. It's like a city of industry that's got a lot of like hush hush people. Like, it's a very weird thing. It's because it's where JFK got fucking capped, bro. It's like that soul is like still stuck here, you know.
I should preface this episode by letting people know Cole might be one of the smartest guests I've had on the show so far, dude. So we're gonna be getting into some smart guy talk this episode. You know, sometimes I'd be stupid, I'd be trolling, I'll just say shit just for the entertainment. But this time, we're going on smart mode, because Cole is smart as fuck. And you just said something about Raytheon. I mean, half y'all probably don't even know what that is, because I don't even barely know what that is. But Cole will tell us, okay?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's nice to be recognized for my fucking genius, bro. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, thank you.
So Cole is into like computer security, and he knows a lot of stuff about AI. He's a music person. Y'all already know him for his music, but outside of music, he's really into like computer sciences and crypto, and he knows all about that kind of stuff. So we'll be talking about that today.
Yeah, and I actually wanted to announce, this will be my first time doing it publicly, but I wanted to announce I just started a YouTube channel that's not related to my music. It's called Wired in Light. You can find it on youtube.com/@wiredinlight, and like no spaces or anything. And I'm going to be talking about some of those topics down there, and I'm just going to see where it takes me. I'm hoping I can grow that. This will be my first actual public announcement of that. So, yeah.
So, okay, you just started this YouTube channel, and you've got 4 videos so far, right? And the video topics are ranging from cryptocurrency being tracked by the feds, you're pulling out a pistol, I mean, you're talking about society's collapse. Like, what's gotten into you, man?
So, I've been like this since I was fucking, like, 16. Like, when I was a kid, I dealt with a lot of bullshit with like the education system and like just certain establishments when I was a kid treating me like shit. So I kind of started to be skeptical of like a lot of sources of authority when I was young, and it just led me down a lot of research into like my early adulthood on like economics, like the progression of technology, understanding like what goes on legitimately between the hands of large corporations and the government. And so it's kind of just an interest of mine, you know. Sometimes it pulls me into like a dark place, but often I can put it into like an actual good perspective in my life that can be beneficial for me.
Me and you talk a lot about AI and God. And
Okay.
if God wants us to do AI. If you've told me before that you think maybe God made us to make AI.
This isn't something that I'm like I have a strong opinion on, but I think about it. Transhumanism versus naturalism as a whole. Let's talk about this. I'm gonna have to go on a little run here. Like I'm gonna have to go on a little rant.
Yeah, that's good.
So to start off, if we're looking at it strictly from like a utilitarian point of view, like and the definition of utilitarianism is the belief that whatever creates the most happiness for the most people is what should be pursued in humanity. So a lot of people don't know that. So if we're looking at it, let's remove the spirituality for a second. Let's look at it strictly utilitarian. There's 2 points of views, transhumanism and naturalism, that like I can be getting into. Transhumanism is the idea that humans evolved to a place of intellect where we can go beyond our nature. We can go beyond our like animal instincts and put them to the side and progress. Naturalism is the belief that regardless of our place being like the kind of top dogs in like the world, like intellectually, it's like we should stick to our natural roots for like greater happiness. I generally trend towards being a naturalist. I think that human societies are most satisfied when they're living productively in communities together. I think that a lot of how things have become so corporate and people are very separated and stuff, and we've gotten away from some of our natural roots, has made us unhappy. But sometimes I'm inquisitive of the idea that like maybe if we go further and are past this little rinky-dink era of being on our fucking phones and having to use our thumbs to be doing this shit, then maybe we'll be able to get to a place where it's actually gonna take us to the next level.
Holy shit. Kind of scares me, because you know me. You know me, I'm full naturalist. I'm basically like a hippie. And when you say that, that makes me think that you're going to try to inject an iPhone into my arm tomorrow. Do you believe that technology should be integrated into the human body?
So keep in mind what I just said. I just presented both beliefs. I trend towards naturalist,
Yeah.
right? But I think that there can be heightened levels of like integration with tech without it having to actually be body modification. Like, I mean, even like wearables. I'm talking like even just like nice clothing. Like, okay, like Gore-Tex. Let's talk like Gore-Tex, like water resistant clothing and stuff. That's a technology that like makes it so that like most animals would have to like shy away from the rain, but like we don't have to, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't all have to be like injected into you. It also doesn't need to be like corporate. That's another thing. It's like right now we're in this weird situation with tech. And again, I'm not saying I'm pro this stuff. We're just exploring it. But so like we're in this weird spot with tech where it's basically driven by corporate greed. Most of the innovation at scale is like happening with companies like Microsoft, Google, all these companies that are highly centralized. And as we move the money system to be more decentralized through things like private cryptocurrencies, privacy-oriented technology, I think that technology may actually be able to get out of the hands of the corrupt corporations that are lobbying with the government and all that stuff.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, one thing about you, I'm literally looking at you right now. Cole, or Mother Suo, you are a true cyberpunk. You look like an NPC from Deus Ex right now, or you look like one of Neo's friends from the Matrix. So basically, You are a cyberpunk.
Bro, thank you. That's the goal with the style. That's definitely how I dress, and it's what I like. It's my swag, you know.
No, but you are the most cyberpunk person I know in the world.
Hell yeah, that's actually a huge compliment.
Don't you have like 5 computers?
Yeah, so I actually
That's fucking crazy.
So I'm gonna upload a video soon documenting my like setup before I leave Texas, just because it's like kind of unique for the time. I've got some old Lenovo ThinkPads that I've like modified and put like Linux on. I've like ran Tor nodes before. I like all the privacy shit. So yeah, it's definitely a big interest of mine for sure.
This guy is crazy.
Thank you.
So, you've also told me before that you thought about working at Raytheon. And like I said, I barely know what Raytheon is. So, and I'm sure a lot of my listeners don't know what Raytheon is either. So, could you please enlighten us on what even is Raytheon and why you wanted to potentially work there and why you decided not to work there?
Okay, fuck Raytheon. I am not working there. I got pulled into some shitty mindset for a bit. It was fear-based. So I'll explain. Basically, Raytheon is a military contractor, meaning they are a private corporation, but the government pays them money for stuff for the military. Like Raytheon has produced historically all of the like fighter jets that are used in the military, like fucking missiles, like crazy shit like that. But they're a huge corporation. They're very corrupt. They have lobbied for every single leader and donated to super PACs to basically keep us in wars. Like they were during the war in Afghanistan and Iraq, they were donating to the Republicans back during the Bush administration. And then now with Dems pushing for the war in Ukraine and to be siphoning resources and money into it, Raytheon has lobbied for that to keep that stuff going. And I'm very anti that. But I'll explain a little bit. So I have gotten some certifications in cybersecurity. I went through an era where I was only making music, and that was all I wanted my career to be. And then I kind of, for a bit, was like, it was making me a little mentally fucked to just be like trying to tap into deep emotion daily to like to write a song, because like I do vocals, right? So it can be something that's not very chill. Like if I'm trying to really express something, it can be kind of intense, right? So I was like, I probably need to work in something. Like I probably need to get some sort of a job just to support myself. And so because I have an interest in this shit, I was like, I'll get some certifications. And then you know how it is, like people, they have their seductions. So like people are telling you, you know, oh, well, you know, you're smart with this shit, you should try to work at a big corporation like fucking Raytheon or something. But I never applied for a position. When me and Zach had met early on, we were talking about like these crazy career seductions, whether it's like in music, like selling soul out to the industry, all this shit. And then I just brought that up as a topic. But like to any of you out there, like fuck that shit. I like to be like funny publicly. I like to be myself. I don't want to work for some company that makes me like stunt or that makes me like put down my real self. So yeah.
Raytheon is like the company basically responsible for all the American wars.
So they're not the only one.
They're one of the biggest ones.
Yeah, so they're one of the big ones in the military-industrial complex. There's like Lockheed, there's Raytheon, there's Northrop Grumman, and then some other ones. There's smaller military contractors like that make like gun parts, like EOTech, Aimpoint, even like SIG, like Glock at points. So like, I mean, I can't blame the companies for playing their game, but at the same time, I mean, that's another thing I'm against is like, once companies get held by external shareholders, they oftentimes it's the profit incentive is the only thing they have. There's no more passion, so they're gonna do what they're gonna do, you know.
Dude, you're a huge cyberpunk. I mean, you're glocked up on a Tuesday morning. You're fucking you're thinking about working at Raytheon, but you decide not to. You got 5 modded Linux computers and whatnot. Like, this is crazy. And you make music.
Yeah, bro. Ever since I was young, I've had tons of interests. Like, it's at the expense of I'm like crazy intense, but I'm able to get into things quick and form opinions and stuff.
I'd like to clarify to the audience, y'all can see that I bring a lot of different kinds of people on the show, but Cole, I can tell you this, Cole is one of the smartest people that's been on the show so far, so I'm going to try to show y'all through this conversation all the different shit he knows about, and he teaches me a lot of shit. It's like whenever me and Cole hang out, I'm like the spiritual side, and you're like the, I don't know, the real life smartness side. You know?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that's cool, that since we connected and started hanging, it's like I've learned a lot from you. I've taught you some shit. Like, it's just good to be around people who are actually like mentally stimulating and not just fucking rotting, you know?
We talk about that daily.
Yeah, definitely. We both have like had some people who kind of like keep you down, you know?
Yeah, let me just get on a little rant mode. So for all the listeners out there, you know this friend. He said, "Yo, bro, what you on today?" And you're like, I don't know, you might have something going on, you might not, but you entertain the motherfucker. You're like, "What are you up to?" "I'm just chilling." "What's that? What does that even mean?" So you go, get a couple bottles, sit on the couch, just talk, gossip, just get fucked up and start gossiping. You're not doing shit, you're not making anything. You might even just start watching videos, and then start talking about high school. What even is that?
Yeah, I just am tired of just like hanging out. Like, I want to be out in nature with people.
Dude,
I wanna
young men in their early 20s shouldn't be fucking hanging out. We have to be building fucking society. We're in our early 20s. We're full of vril. We're full of energy. We're fucking amped the fuck up on 7-Eleven coffee. we need to be building society.
Yeah, definitely. It's like the thing is, there's a good quote. I don't even remember where I heard it, but it's like,
I know what quote you're about to say.
If you fail to speak your truth, you corrupt the world. Like, a lot of people are too just kind of passive. Like, if you see negative shit going on or positive shit that you want to be a part of, it's like, if you just kind of sit idle, then it kind of blows, you know? And I get it. Like, I get really depressed sometimes, and I feel like, man, fuck, what's the point in that shit? But, like, you just got to keep going. And it's not even some, like, competitive sociopath thing of status. It's more like leaving your impact while you can.
Yeah. I was always taught as a kid, you better choose your future or it will be chosen for you.
That's a good way of putting it. That's a very good way of putting it.
I was taught, you better choose your future or somebody else will choose it for you. My father taught me that at a young age. The quote I thought you were going to say is what I got right here on my fridge. See that right there?
Which one?
Constant pleasure tethers us to the mundane.
Oh yeah, I wrote that for him.
That's why me and you, whenever we go out hiking, we're climbing up fucking hill, like we're climbing on rocks and shit, like, and it's hard sometimes, and we both slipped and fallen and shit, but that's the way it's supposed to be. We're fucking men in our early 20s. We're not supposed to be on a couch fucking talking about what is Lisa from high school up to. I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about we need to be climbing a mountain and talking about philosophies, and not even just that. We need to be building our fucking empire, okay?
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why I'm Zachary Tate. And I'm the top G, hopper 1K.
Dude, see, that shit is like if we want to just hop.
And let me get on that too, because we're about to get on this.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate and all that shit, that's a fake version of what I'm talking about.
Totally, yeah.
That's like the motherfuckers that just sit around talking about shit and not doing shit.
It's literally a lateral movement. Like people like Andrew Tate, or like, and I know this just sounds like some fucking slop conversation to an extent, but it's also kind of important. Like, it's a backlash to men kind of being like, and just people being kind of like pushed down, or like it's like they want to be loud and put themselves out there, but it's like, it's just a sideways movement. Instead of becoming a better person and like doing your best, it's just like being fucking like just pursuing sex. It's like, instead of just sitting on your ass playing video games, it's like bro, go to the club and drink some water and fucking try to fuck 10 broads in the same night. It's like, what's the point in that too? Like what's the benefit in that? Like, I mean, dude, he said crazy shit too about just like,
I literally think Andrew Tate is a gay porn star, and I'm not kidding. Like, the dude is a male model. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I just
he literally was a male model.
Yeah, I mean, when you
all
look
the
at him
male
as a young
models
kid,
listen to this show, turn this off right now. You ain't welcome here. Fuck male models.
We could talk about the negative side of transhumanism in the fashion industry. We can talk about that.
That sounds really interesting. So yeah, I didn't even know there was a connection between the two.
Well, so this is just one I've made, but it's like the big runway show culture. Like, I've got friends who like that stuff. They like watching runways. They're into like that high fashion stuff, and I get why. It's like an interesting like interest. There's stuff to delve into, and it's kind of like music where like you can research the history on it and watch interviews, and it can be interesting to see the progression of it. Sorry, bro. But like at its core, I think it drives a lot of image orientedness, insecurity, and people keeping themselves financially in the fucking dirt by spending a bunch of money when they're like 20 years old on like crazy stuff. And then it's like, if they don't have it, there's insecurity involved. It's like people use these yeah, it's like they're using an item to define their personality. It's like the definition of postmodernism, you know. It's like referencing something is like the fucking art or creativity itself.
Jean Baudrillard said the simulacrum is the simulation. You ever heard about that?
No, I haven't.
That's Jean Baudrillard, right? Yeah, that's it's like a French philosopher or something. You know, all my bookworm listeners is gonna know what I'm talking about. Jean Baudrillard, but he was basically saying. Also, he said the medium is the message.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like what you're saying is like everything is just a reference nowadays. Like just the reference itself has become the thing. Where in the sense, I'm wearing a shirt right now that's the Boondocks, you know, but this is just a Boondocks reference. You just get the point. You know what I'm saying? It's also about like slang. Like we talk a lot about slang. Like when people just say shit like Among Us. Or Big Chungus.
Or even fucking...
That's the simulacrum has become the simulation.
Real quick, I want to say something about postmodernism. It's like, think about in rap, where it's like referencing shit. It's like, a lot of that stuff started, I feel like, with Young Lean, but because he was one of the early people to do it, it kind of had some soul to it. But like, you have a lot of these rappers, or just like artists now, where it's like, their album arts are like using like fucking anime characters or something, and it's like, they're building their whole character and artistry out of referencing things. Like,
yeah, exactly. You're explaining it better than I was. Like that's exactly what Jean Baudrillard's talking about.
Yeah, like there's even with like, I mean, you're really into jungle or like house music. Like there's these new genres of techno and stuff where it's meant to sound like the shit in the 90s, and it's like there's not like, it's like you're just, why not create your own swag? And that's what I respect about Zach, is I feel like a lot of his stuff, even though it'd fit within genre like drum and bass, some of it's jungle, like I feel like he has applied some of his own swag to it just through like, I've even watched him produce in person, and I see his workflow. It's like it adds a unique flair to it, and that's part of why I respect his music.
Thank you. You're explaining it good. It's like everything these days is a fucking reference, but nothing is fucking real. It's all a simulation of something else. There ain't no real jungleists anymore. It's all a simulation of jungle.
There's artists out there who are doing things original. I mean, I like to think that I'm a person who's put some like original energy into my stuff, left my mark. Even though I'm not like some big artist or something, it's like I think that on the things that I've made, I have like been able to leave some sort of an impact with it. I just think that people need to keep that in mind. Postmodernism, it's like you don't want your whole persona to be referencing things. Like it's easy when you're young to make these rare interests and kind of like when I was young, I was like a real counter, like I was a kind of like a skeptic of shit, and I always wanted to, whatever interest it was, I wanted to be a contrarian. I wanted to be into the rarer thing. And a lot of that was like what I built my personality off of. And instead of just taking that kind of spirit behind that and making that be who I was having to put it out there with you know, the visual, like, style, like what I was doing in my music. And I've grown out of that. I think that's just part of maturing, is realizing that, like, your interests aren't you. That's not what you are. It can be a part of you, but it's not your, like, real value system and shit.
Dude, I was having this kind of thought when we were talking about Andrew Tate. Another issue that these people bring is, like, people get complacent with just listening to somebody else instead of just, like, saying their truth. Like, oh, Andrew Tate's already out there saying it, so I don't have to say it. But that's bullshit. If you got something to say, you go say it. You don't just sit around listening to other people. That includes even me. Like, I know I say hella real shit, and you could just listen to, you know, you could just listen to hopper1000, but at the end of the day, you should all go out there and make your own shows too, and you should get your message out there, because at the end of the day, everyone's message is different, and everyone should get in on the conversation and not just sit around and listen to other people. And you just made me think about that with what you're saying, like references. Like, stop referencing other shit. Like, do your own shit. And, like, everyone's got that. You just got to find it, put it out there.
Yeah, man, like, even with like political views, like, you've got, like, it's so obvious with, like, if somebody's just, like, rotting their brain on, like, Fox News and spitting out the same talking points, or even on the other side, I cannot connect with it.
Like, that's the thing. That's part of the whole conspiracy of it all. They give us shit to talk about so they control what we talk about. Like, a perfect example of that is when Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. Now for the next fucking 3 weeks, everyone's talking about, dude, Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. It's like, now we're just talking about what they want us to talk about. Yeah. Instead of we're talking about our own real life. Where I can tell you, I seen a crackhead smack somebody. And that's like my own personal experience. That ain't just a simulation experience I saw on a screen. Yeah. Like, that's my own real life. Yeah, like, or people are talking about fucking Bud Light, like, doing, like, trans-related shit instead of, like, noticing how, like we're saying their brands even now. We're giving them promotion. We are, right? That's like how the society works. Yeah, which it sounds like, which in a way we are giving into it, but it's like, I'm kind of making a point with it where it's like, instead of people focusing on how, like, small banks are collapsing to consolidate wealth into things like Chase, JP Morgan, etc., and realizing how that will, like, shut down small business lending, there's a lot of negatives. It's almost like people in high corporate power and stuff, they want to give the public little dog treats to gnaw on and argue about for a few weeks. Whenever there's important shit going on, like whether it's a controversy at, like, the Super Bowl or whatever, and it's I actually am a big advocate, and it's like why we should talk about why I got off social media. That's that's one thing about you, Mother Suo. You don't have any social media at all, and that's pretty cool. So yeah, let's get into that. Okay, so I'll clarify, I still use Twitter privately sometimes. Okay, I didn't even know that. No, it's just to keep up with like finance shit. Okay. It's like and I don't go on it, like, daily. But yeah, so for a long time, I mean, I had built some of my music following through Instagram. I had actually connected with really cool people through Instagram. It was great, but it got to where I was having dreams, like stress dreams about Instagram. Like, I would accidentally go live and, like, be like dressed weird or like you go live, you're wearing just like a purple shirt, you're like, oh no. No, it would be like dreams where, like, this is crazy. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever gotten, like, a water drop on your phone and it presses a bunch of shit. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Where water yeah, there was one where in the dream I was in the shower and I had my phone playing music, and, like, a water drop got on it and it unlocked it and then went live on Instagram while I was in the fucking shower. Like, well, guess what? Yeah. That wasn't a dream for Kodak Black. All the Florida people know what I'm talking about. That literally happened to Kodak before. Yeah, bro. So, like, but I basically, like, I first off, internet privacy wise, I just don't want to be fueling the fucking beast. I don't want to be giving all this fuel to these AI algorithms and shit. But also just mentally, it was driving me nuts. And at the time, I had made
a lot of connections through it, and I just felt like I was getting too integrated. So I was like, I'm gonna quit. Like, I fully deleted my account, not just disable. And like, I deleted my private account. I went like fully off it, and I don't regret it. Sometimes it can be a little isolating. Like, at times I feel like, damn, maybe like my music would have like gotten really big or something after, like, but for now I'm gonna be rolling with this. I want to be emphasizing YouTube and just things where it's a little higher quality, like longer form content, not just like fucking obsessively talking in DMs and just like chasing some aesthetic and stuff like that. I want to step away from that for a while, get some self-reflection.
I think it's amazing. I did know social media a few years back. One thing I always say to you is like, I feel trapped in the shit, honestly, when it comes to Instagram, because I've just noticed, like, when I go off of it, the fucking, like, just everything goes down. My money goes down. I mean, that's the biggest thing for me is, like, I literally be making money off my DMs. So it's like, how do you give that up? Like, I think that's why society is so addicted, because most of us are making money on our phones, be it through whatever kind of skill we do, or even like Uber Eats. Like, we're getting so connected to our phones just through fucking money shit. So like, how do you escape the phone demon if you're literally getting your food and your money off your phone?
So yeah, I mean, we could talk about that. So like, when one of the first things that was an interesting like quitting social media or whatever for me was when I was 18, I got off Snapchat, which when you're in high school and stuff, Snapchat is how people fucking start dating. It's how people text each other all the time. It's a casual conversation starter. It's kind of like on Instagram now, like swiping up on a person's story. It's like if you ask out a girl like or something like as a guy in public, it's so much easier for people to be like, oh yeah, do you have Insta by the way? Or like, then hey, can I get your phone number, right? And then it's a way for people to go and look at each other.
And also too, like, you brought up a good point, because I remember back in the day, if you wanted to chat up a chick, you would have to think about something like, shit, what am I gonna say to her? Like, yeah. But now she just posts like she's going to a concert, and you're like, oh, the concert's cool. Like, now you have something to ask the chick about right away if you swipe up on her story. That's interesting.
Yeah, so like, okay, so I remember when I got off Snapchat when I was 18, I did like a data download. I got all my like memories fucking and shit download, because that's another thing about Snap is people use it as straight up like a fucking storage service. Like, yeah. So like, do you have it?
No, I had it though. I deleted it years ago.
Yeah, okay, so like, I think it's crazy when people are like 27 years old fucking Snapchatting each other. Like, I think it's insane, because I got off it when I was 18. Like, if somebody asks for like Snapchat, I'm like, goddamn, I am a 22-year-old male. I don't use that shit. But like, so anyways, so I remember when I got off it, there was this lull socially for me where it's like people weren't hitting me up as much. My group chats were like gone. And then I remember it felt a little bit isolating, right? But you figure it, like, you gain that shit back in more solid means. Like I've realized that a lot of the people I was talking to on a day-to-day basis on Instagram, or who were liking my pictures, swiping up on shit, I don't talk to them anymore. And I kind of look back and I'm like, were any of those connections anything at all? But like, I'll say, like, I've thought about doing it again. Like, I want to do another line of merch. I've got some shit that's going to be in the works with another artist. And I'm like, damn, it would be pretty nice to have my account back, you know, in a way to like be able to promo that shit. So before I cave and consider getting it again, because it just feels gross. I mean, the fucking reels, all that shit. I want to try to get my YouTube bigger. YouTube's it's more solid. There's more like meat to it. But again, I've got to put like a business email out there. I'm gonna have to do all these forms of contact and actually keep up with it. Because when you don't just have like Discord, Instagram, all that shit all day, it's like you are a little bit limited, right?
Bro, you were showing me the other day how like Amazon and like every website has adopted the TikTok like scrolling model.
Yeah.
Like what apps were you showing me? Like, it was Amazon was one of them, and Spotify.
Yeah. So
dude, what the fuck, bro?
So yeah, Spotify has I mean, everybody makes fun of this. Like, when fucking TikTok got started, like Instagram was the first shit to like do reels, and everyone's like, bro, fuck you. Like Instagram copied stories from Snapchat, they copied like reels from TikTok, and it's like and then it just looks trashy, but then people start fucking watching it and people give in, and it's a way to market stuff. And so I realized recently Spotify now has like a TikTok type thing where like people can upload on their Spotify like artist accounts, like basically GIFs or whatever to put over the music, and then people could scroll through genres, and it's like it's such an addictive format for people. And I even found a song I liked from it.
I think one of the craziest changes to the internet in the last few years is like when I used to go on the internet and I want to watch something, I think about, oh, what do I want to watch? What do I want to watch? I'm like, oh shit, I want to watch Sam Hyde. So I type in Sam Hyde into the search bar. Boom, Sam Hyde comes up. I watch some Sam Hyde. But nowadays, you log on and you don't even think about what you want to watch. You're just shown shit. And you're just shown random ass. You're watching a photo. You're watching a video of a bird just flying. You're watching then it'll randomly show you a video of like some dude getting shot in the hood. And you're like, what the fuck? Then you're watching like a fucking meme video of somebody has a face filter. Then you're watching a chick with big titties like jumping around. Then you're like, I didn't even ask to see any of this shit.
Yeah.
I didn't ask, like, I didn't type in any of this shit. They're just showing me shit. And it's like, and that's the evilness of that model. And it's like, how can we go back? Because like, I think I'm speaking for everyone. Like, we gotta get rid of this fucking model, because this is some weird ass shit. I miss the days where I type in something and I go to what I want to watch, and then I'm watching that. I'm not watching no random fucking car racing or whatever the fuck pops up. Like, I want to watch what I want to watch. I don't want to watch random ass shit.
Yeah, so like, okay, so this is interesting. So what you just brought up, that was how the internet changed. Like when it first started, it was like you had to go to individual websites and like keep up with people. Like you'd go to their site and like their blog or whatever, right? And then there was this transition where it got more consolidated into like MySpace, YouTube, like LiveJournal, fucking like site or like Tumblr, like it, where it got more consolidated, where instead of going to someone's website, you went to this other site to look at their page. And at first it wasn't very sinister, and it was like, it was okay, and it was a way to kind of like connect with other people who had a similar thing going. But over time, it's become more like, it's become like no one's gonna go to somebody's individual site.
No one. I got a site. I bet probably one person goes. Yeah, but whatever. It's like, yeah, it's like no one goes on nobody's site. We all just go on fucking Instagram and see random ass shit that none of us even wants to see. We just fucking.
Yeah. So okay. So
Sorry, I'm like fired up and ranting.
Yeah. Well, so okay. Something that really bugs me actually is, and I know we're kind of just ranting. We can get onto some more like. We can get onto topics where it's like less just ranting, but it's but I got something to say about this too. Yo, fuck Discord. It literally killed forums. Like, fuck Discord and fuck Reddit. They're both soy as shit. They're lame as fuck. First off, the culture's trash.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's so lame. It's fucking so lame. But like, so anyways, so like, I don't know, you guys might remember this. Like, people used to go on like forums for like, if you were interested in something, like let's say you're into some video game or something, there would be a forum about it. Like, let's say you're into Counter-Strike, there's some Counter-Strike forum, you're trying to build out a fucking Lexus LS400 that's swag as fuck like mine, you'd go to the Lexus forums. Like even music forums. So what's cool is I came into the SP like 404 music. Like, I don't really make it much anymore, but back when I did in like 2017 18, I was kind of at that tail end of SP forums being active, and like SP forums was a fucking interesting thing. But like Discord and Reddit have just killed there being anything. And then what it does is it centralizes the moderation of it. There's strict rules, and Discord can ban communities, and there's surveillance, and it's like all of that shit's being sold to advertising firms. Yo, I want to say this. Discord was started by a guy who had created an application and sold it to a business, but left a data tracking piece of the software in it, and then was selling data from that company, the software that he sold, out to like data collection agencies. There was a massive lawsuit over it that he lost, but he started Discord. And so this is a man who already was established as being scummy as fuck with data. So if you guys think, ooh, Discord's our cute little gamer application for our communities. No, bro. Every fucking audio file you send, every message in there is being fed into some server out there that is tracking your IP address, that is creating a profile of who you are, and then is shipping that shit off to some big data broker agency out
Probably
there.
in a different country too.
Yeah, or even the fucking US. Probably selling it off to the NSA. I mean, the NSA has the fucking FBI, CIA. They all have massive surveillance budgets. So it's like, keep that shit in mind when you're using this stuff. And a good alternative that's kind of mid, but that I can recommend to people is called Matrix.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, so it's called, there's a client for it called Element, but Matrix, it's basically like a self-hosted Discord where it's like every user that's in the server, their computer, like when they log on to it, loads the messages. It's a free open source application. They're a non-profit model, so it's
Mother Sewell, everybody. And you see it. I roll with some smart motherfuckers in my circle. Like, see, you guys might not think I do because I got a Florida accent, but Cole is the real deal. He knows about this cybersecurity computer stuff. Gotta have smart type of people in your circle.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I agree. I want to talk about central bank digital currencies, and I know this is a hot topic
Wow.
for conspiracy people right now. Do you know what it is?
Yes.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know out there, central bank. Let's talk about that. So imagine if instead of having, in the USA, there's private banks, right, that are they're business owned. So like imagine a central bank where it's like the US government like owns the bank, let's say. And then so a digital currency. So instead of being paper or like metal money, it would all be digital. So we already basically use this model where we're using Venmo, credit cards, all this stuff. And then the all that info on where the money's being spent and all that stuff gets reported to like, this is something interesting. So like Visa, MasterCard, all these companies, they send quote unquote anonymized data on their users to advertising firms. And when it's anonymized, it just means it doesn't have your name on it. So like, let's say you are at a 7-Eleven and you buy a pack of cigs and you have your phone on you, which is tracking your location and selling that data to a advertising agency. And then let's say you used a Visa card at that gas station to buy those cigarettes. Visa is going to use, at this location, they won't give the card number, but they can sell that to a data agency out there, and then that can be combined with your specific location at the time to determine that you were at this location buying these cigarettes at this time. You are now a smoker. So they can know that you're a smoker. So then you'll start getting ads maybe for like Zyn or fucking tobacco products or whatever, right? So wait, back to what I was fucking saying. Central bank digital currency.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was just talking about
CBDC.
the CBDC. So imagine if you already see people who get canceled, like Kanye, like Chase Bank shut down his accounts and shit like that. So imagine if, let's say you're renting your room from the government. Let's say you're using government applications. Let's say all of this stuff, and then your money is it's all digitally owned and operated by the government. Let's say that you are a bad boy and you say something controversial or you get into trouble for something. They can just freeze all your accounts. Taxes can be taxes already aren't voluntary. I mean, you go to prison if you don't pay. Imagine if they were just automatically taken out at the end of the year. Imagine if you did some wrong speak or something and then they dock you and you get a lesser paycheck. So these things are, and it's also it's a way to, money speaks more than even like freedom of speech. Like if let's say you're creating something that I support and like, and then I give you some cash for it, and then you've got more wealth. I bought a cool thing and then we did a voluntary trade. Let's say you're a controversial figure and I buy something off you using a central bank digital currency or just a digital currency in general that's traceable, then it's known that I associate with you. It's known that, let's say you're controversial. Now I'm controversial because I was supporting it. And you see this in
It already works like that in general.
It already works like that in general, but imagine if government could just freeze your account automatically. Let's say it was even more explicitly like this. But what I think is going to happen, what I think all of COVID and shit was a massive wealth transfer. So in March of 2020, I have a video about this. The Federal Reserve set reserve requirements for all depository financial institutions, meaning banks. They set the reserve requirements to 0%, so banks could lend out money they didn't even have, right? Which created mass amounts of inflation on top of the money that the government was already printing, and they printed 1/3 of the total U.S. money supply between 2020 and 2021. So during that time, through stimulus, a lot of people were spending a lot, and then they were even doing stimulus to companies like Boeing. So they were funneling tons and tons of debt-based money into these companies, right? So what this does is it consolidates wealth. It screws over the little guy long term, because inflation, it doesn't damage big corporations and big investors as much as it does small people. But so, and then with the vaccine shit, we're about to get controversial. It was, if we just talk money-wise, I mean, it was a way to pump up these medical corporations. There's a reason why even in fucking Britain they stopped mandating the vaccine, when Britain has been way less freedom than the U.S. long-term, and the U.S. was still pushing for this stuff. So what I think is going to happen is we're going to see maybe not hyperinflation, but like high levels of inflation hit, and then the government's going to go, whoopsies, well, if you want to opt in, we'll do an opt-in central bank digital currency. We'll give you tax write-offs. We'll give you a little bit of money for groceries, a little bit of universal basic income. And then it's a way to get people sucked into this system. And I think it's going to be really bad.
Yeah, I mean, well, they were publicly calling it the Great Reset the entire time. I mean, they were calling it the Great Reset for a reason, and then they were sending us thousands of dollars for free, which we were just spending on Amazon and Uber Eats and just literally giving. It was literally a money laundering operation for them to print. This is my take. So they printed a bunch of money, then they gave it to us, which we just gave back to them through their corporations.
Yeah.
And then now they have all of it, and a lot of us don't really have that much, and they're just going to, you know, we're just like, what the heck? All we got is these numbers on our phones these days.
Yeah. As far as if we're talking about a reset, right? So there's kind of that world.
They're resetting the currency.
Yeah, so there's that World Economic Forum idea of the reset. I actually believe a freedom-oriented, driven by the people reset is a good thing. I'm talking like people moving to more freedom-oriented.
Yeah, that's
technology.
never gonna happen while people are watching like cockatoos on TikTok all day.
I agree, but you also do see this movement of free and open source software.
That's right. We see the movement with me and you right here on hopper1000 Radio.
Yes.
The revolution will not be televised. It will be radioized on hopper1000 Radio today. We are the real people.
Yeah, I mean, fucking.
This is the revolution.
We're gonna be the fuckers who save the world, bitch.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's why you gotta speak your piece.
Gotta say it out loud and proud. Don't be just watching Andrew Tate talk about
fucking some girl who's like freshly 18 years old, bro. Disgusting shit.
I mean, you gotta say it loud and proud without fear and just keep it pushing. But the revolution will not be televised. The revolution's happening right now. I mean,
yeah.
We've been in a Cold War.
Yeah, it's sneaky little stuff.
But let's talk music. So a lot of the listeners listening right now may remember Mother Suo through music. You know, he's been in the music world probably a long time, just like me. You know, I've been seeing his music probably like 5 years ago. So yeah, a lot of people know you through music, but you were telling me that you're not really doing music as much these days because you're on your YouTube channel. So what's up with that?
So I'm not quitting music by any means. I kind of was disenchanted about the music scene and just what was going on for a bit, and I was having trouble separating myself mentally from it. So during the time I moved up in Texas, I kind of was like having trouble getting my creativity going. I was having a long period of writer's block, and that by no means I am stopping. I just for a bit was like, I'd moved up here. I was wanting to get like a career started with like other shit, or I wasn't sure, you know, like, do I want to have some normie job? Like, what do I want to do, right? And so I kind of was like putting it on the back burner, and I was realizing, you know, I quit social media. I was realizing that if I just do music and just focus everything on that, it was kind of going to be a lonely life for me to an extent. So I was like, I need to get into some other outlets of putting myself out there. So for a bit, I want to be focusing on building more skills in music, and I maybe even want to like soundtrack for somebody. I want to do some alternative projects. Then I'm probably at some point gonna go really hard on some ambitious project again. I'm by no means am I just tapping out. It's just a lull right now.
Yeah, and one thing I'll say to you, which helped me a lot, is like, and this will help a lot of the listeners, is you have plenty of time for that. At your age, you're in your early 20s. Like, there's this misconception in the music industry where if you don't make it by 25, you should just give the fuck up and you're done. No, dude. My shit started blowing. I'm about to be 27. My shit's blowing up more than ever, and it's fucking snowballing. And then another thing too is like, I looked at like the ages of everyone I currently listen to, like who's dropping new music that I like. Freddie Gibbs, West Side Gun, even K-Town Oddity, Alchemist. Dude, these guys are in their 40s and 50s at the height of their career. Like, there's no time limit on this music shit. Like,
yeah.
Dude, people think if you don't fucking blow up at 18, you're done for. Dude, no one even listened to Freddie Gibbs until he was like 40, like straight up.
Death
Insane.
Grips.
Dude, Death Grips. I don't know.
They're all in their... Dude, what's crazy?
They're in their 40s?
Bro, MC Ride is like 43. Zach Hill's like 43.
How old were they on Ex-Military? Probably like in their...
They were like 34.
Exactly.
So
probably, all you kids listening, like, you might be 21 and you're like, oh my god, like, I haven't made it yet. Dude, chill out, because like Death Grips is like almost 50. I mean, dude, I love K-Town Oddity, and when I first heard K-Town, I thought he was like my age. K-Town's like 40, bro. And like, I'm not trying to read his age I'm just saying it like, this dude is dropping the most amazing music right now, and he's almost 40, you know? So there's this misconception about age in the music industry. It's bullshit, bro. You have time. You have plenty of time to just hone your skills, and like, I might drop my biggest shit when I'm 35. Like, I don't know that. That's how it works.
Yeah, you're right. It is easy to feel like, oh man, fuck, like I'm getting into my like adulthood. I haven't like all that stuff. But I mean, you look at people who are like really famous in the world. Like, I was thinking about this. Like, if you think about somebody like Joe Rogan, who like, he just started UFC commentary when he was like 25 or some shit, and then it kind of snowballed into like a TV thing, and then he was doing fighting sports. It's like, you look at this person who's like got this crazy multifaceted career that didn't really get going until like a bit later. And I mean, even his podcast, like early episodes, like dude, for like years it wasn't getting big. So it's just interesting to see that, you know? Yeah,
that's why you keep it going.
Yeah,
I think it's great if you want to take a break now, because even if you take a break from posting publicly, music never stops. You know, you'd be making music every day just like me, and just hone your skills. And all the people listening right now who might be having like some sort of a creative block, and they think, oh, maybe I should give up. No, dude, you got a long ways to go.
Yeah, I agree.
Shit didn't even start making sense for me until recently, and I'm not even joking.
Yeah. Probably because you got more sober.
Yeah, I'm sober. I'm way more sober these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was in the beginning you had mentioned? Sorry, I didn't mean to like cut the topic. I mean, we could talk more music if you want.
Oh no, I just be doing my little inspirational.
No, yeah, it's true. There was at the beginning you'd maybe brought up some other topics. Like, is there anything you wanted to cover?
I want to talk just about hiking.
Okay, yeah.
We both hike almost every time we hang out, and it's really awesome.
Yeah.
I'm of the belief lately that a human being needs to be outside more than inside every single day. You gotta spend more time outside than inside.
I agree. I think that it's part of it. You gotta live somewhere that can be compatible with like you being outside and stuff. That's an issue with Texas, is like everything's pretty, like there's not a lot of trails and shit here. Me and Zach make do. We find like little spots, but like that's something I miss from the western US for sure, is like having like more like treacherous trails or shit that's crazy. So I'm looking forward to when I'm going back there. I recently got some Salomon shoes that are like Gore-Tex and like nice as fuck, and I'm gonna be going on some crazy hikes there.
I got some hiking shoes too. They're just like dork ass shoes, but they're awesome.
Yeah, man. I highly recommend to like people out there, like,
get some hiking shoes. We're done with all this not hiking shoes. We're on hiking shoes now.
Yeah, bro. Don't idealize just like it's easy to fall into this like idealizing like being in at night and like fucking like
I'm gonna go off of what you said, but I'm also still thinking about fucking shoes. Look, all my boys and me, we're wearing hiking shoes and blue jeans, because guess what? We're ready to build a cabin at a moment's notice. All these boys out here wearing Balmains and Givenchy little shoes and shit. What are you about to do in those? Just sit around and gossip like a little girl? No, I could build a fucking cabin right now. Yeah, I know how to use a table saw with perfection.
swag.
I'm wearing blue jeans and hiking shoes because I might have to go fucking run 10 miles.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I might have to do that. This dude's wearing like Balmains with like zippers like flying off of them and like little rags on his shoes. Like, I'm talking like fashion shit. It's like, what are you about to do if the fucking plane dropped a bomb right now? Like, are you ready for war, or are you just gonna be wearing your little shoes? Like, no, you gotta be like, I'm moving towards more utilitarian swag lately. Like,
same.
Fuck all that designer shit. Put your blue jeans on, because we're gonna be building some shit soon. We ain't gonna be sitting around talking forever. Gotta go outside.
Look at all the role models, like Lil Uzi Vert, Playboy Cardi, like all these
like
famous people. A lot
it's
of
like
these.
this. Playboy Cardi can't use a fucking table saw, and then all the people listening, they're like, well, he doesn't have to. Well, guess what? He can't though. Like, if I put a saw in front of Playboy Cardi, he's gonna cut his finger off, and that's not how a man should live. That's just not how a man should live.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's just a practical component of that's something that a lot of people wanna act like, is that in society, at our core, we still have to eat and get shelter. Maslow's hierarchy doesn't fucking build itself. Like, and so it's like, with where we're at with technology, like, you know, there's enough prosperity in society for people to not have to work and shit like that. And maybe we'll be at that point. We're not there yet. And yeah, that a lot of that does have to do with corruption at a corporate level and corruption at a government level, like 100%. But at the end of the day, you still have to be survivable. And I think a lot of people have traded that for image and spending hella money.
Image. Fuck your image, because when the bombs drop, who are you? So, you ready to wrap this thing up?
Sure, I think we've covered some good topics for sure.
Oh yeah, and guess what we're about to go do?
We're about to go to a LTJ Bookham show, right?
Yes, LTJ Bookham, Junglist legend. This is one of the motherfuckers I actually look up to. One of the creators of jungle, real junglist, LTJ Bookham, playing today, May 7th, 2023, Deep Ellum, Dallas, Texas. Me and Mother Suo about to pop out to that show. I'm so excited.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be good. We're gonna have a good time. Real quick before we go, I need to plug my shit.
Oh, so dude, I was about to plug it too. Yeah.
Okay, sick. So yeah, so music, SoundCloud.com/MotherSuo. It's on Spotify and stuff too, but SoundCloud's my most up to date. YouTube, there's a YouTube Mother Suo YouTube where my music videos go, and then the new channel is it's youtube.com/@wiredinlight, like the @ symbol, because if you Google Wired in Light on YouTube, you'll find a bunch of fucking electrical wiring tutorials. So type it in like that, you'll see some cool shit. So yeah, thank you for listening.
Yes, so everyone go check out Wired in Light if you want to know what's happening with money and society. You know, this is where I get a lot of my information, is from Mother Suo. So if you want to be up to date, go to Wired and Light on YouTube. He's got great videos there, and this was a great conversation, and I hope all the listeners out there appreciated this, even though I was going off on rants like I always do, but that's just the way it is. And now we're about to go chill out, listen to some LTJ Bookham.
Yeah, bro. Thank you for having me. This has been really good.
And this was an in-person interview, so we could dap up.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
All right. Well, that is it. And he's got some music for us too. You know you could do a guest mix, right?
Yeah.
So, without further ado, let's hear the sounds that Mother Suo's got for us.
Here we go.
Let's get into it. Boom! That's it.
On my run while I stressed out. Look at my apartment and my room, I'm all tanked out. I have no fun, no printing guns. I can care less about how I spend my time when I ball out. Still gone, all fades away. I see my torn till I stay away. It's my soul. I got burnt out, now it's hater days. Still gone, all fades away. I see my torn till I stay away. It's my soul. I got burnt out, now it's hater days. G-ring, regen my MP. My soul's ice blue, not mean. I lost my XP. Hollow labs come chase after me. You're wearing my T-armor, protecting my things. Download soul seek at the end of the week. Numb it with USBs if you know what I mean. I'm compressed, unzip out me. Icons on the screen, I'm passing by while you look at my teeth. I got grunts on my run while I stressed out. Look at my apartment and my room, I'm all tanked out. I have no fun, no printing guns. I can care less about how I spend my time when I fall out. I got grunts on my run while I stressed out. Look at my apartment and my room, I'm all tanked out. I have no fun, no printing guns. I can care less about how I spend my time when I fall out. Still gone, all fades away. I see my torn till I stay away. It's my soul. I got burnt out, now it's hater days. Still gone, all fades away. I see my torn till I stay away. It's my soul. I got burnt out, now it's hater days. I got grunts on my run while I stressed out. Look at my apartment and my room, I'm all tanked out. I have no fun, no printing guns. I can care less about how I spend my time when I ball out.
White man with him, no Jim Carrey. He is in love with that white girl, Queen Elizabeth, he married. Just came back from Chirac, out there it be cold like brr. I'm geeked up, I'm a super nerd. You cross me, you'll be in the dirt. And Patty, stay away from me. Got big bread like a bakery. No, you ain't get no money here, so this is not the place to be. London smelling just like Pepe, bitch. I think that I'm El Jefe. I'm a boss up in this Bentley, drinking muddy, messy.
Pardon me, mister, do you have something that great for punny? Yeah, my driver smoking crack, this nigga saying we keep 2 guns. Live at Paris, had a fashion show, tell Peter get away from. Got a full of making like a reef for high folks, keep on chasing. Queen Elizabeth, I'm in great just came back from Russia, I'm a rich motherfucker. Queen Elizabeth, I just came back from great homeboy Gucci, I overstand, I talk way more than English, man.
Moving faster, but it seems slow. I don't wanna see more. High from dark casinos, where I'm touching freedom. Living far from metros, walking faster tempos while I run from shadows. Why can't I advice and medical. That's the story that you wrote, but I just live for audio. You only know what you know. I think on the floor stunned, and I just live for audio. Escaping to the driveway in the cliche cafe. You don't know my work day, hiding in my workspace. Sick that they just call me by my only internet name. Things really do change. They're gonna carry it away. Out of face to my name, 'cause you're not just made to waste freedom. I'm through desiring for fame. Sometimes the kingdom is the chase. That adds that meaning to my name. Check my session, yeah, I don't know about it. I used to like online, but now I hate this shit. Ask if I know, no, I don't know about it. I'm face down in snow, I'm silver and golden. I've been betrayed, so come and wait me. That was my focus, work with no ladies. Powerful, God willing, so safety. You can hang, but you can't automate me. It's been painless in my project files, yeah, lately. Moving in a month, yeah, nostalgia really hates me. Oh, walk along past what you are creating. Moving in a month, yeah, nostalgia really hates me. Check my session, yeah, I don't know about it. I used to like online, but now I hate this shit. Ask if I know, no, I don't know about it. I'm face down in snow, I'm silver and golden. Check my session, yeah, I don't know about it. I used to like online, but now I hate this shit. Ask if I know, no, I don't know about it. I'm face down in snow, I'm silver and golden. In my project files, yeah, lately. Moving in a month, yeah, nostalgia really hates me. Oh, walk along past what you are creating. Moving in a month, yeah, nostalgia really hates me.
친구들 무가지를 킥어버려 내 주먹에 감겨있는다 모두 철사가 모두 가겨버려니 못생긴 병상 애석되게 피를 내다 모두 버벅대버려서 마치 루비처럼 보여 착시한 Vampire homie looking like rainbows One time bomb off a letter on your main home Wanna be rock stars cause I'm champion Don't try this at home, it's down This wrist bring my set, that's no back bills like Stone Cold. Finish it with a Stone Cold Stunner. Who had more spec with it, wasp on a soda. This switch, bring my strap that stone on. Backwards, that through bills like Stone Cold. Finish it with a Stone Cold Stunner. Who had more spec with it, wasp on a soda.
Know me, everybody know me. Come 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 know me, know me, know me, know me, know me. Everybody know me. Come show me how much you down for me. I'm my OG. Come through with the motherfucking beam. Blow your brains all on the street. And I come through with the heat. I will melt you. Yeah. Pussy nigga, I will peel your cap. Yeah. And you know I stay strapped. Yeah. From the bottom of the I'm the very bus driver. K9 doubles who run on track. Lighters, Mother Zero.
matter. Sacrifice friends for the ladders. Spend my time while I've been shattered. My scripts that cause great matter. It's just because I'm not about it. It's hard, I can't be around it. My obsession, I walk around it. It's not ever easy. Save yourself from all of your screening. Don't ever end it. Oh listen, people see what you're needing. What's up with loving those cool hoods while I'm drinking, while I'm thinking? Our wallets hold hands linking. Our wallets hold hands linking. My face freak. Talk to me but do it my way. Walk around cities that I hate, but do it on my way. Drop your power. Sorry, I don't do that my way. Pursue my interests. Do that my way, my way. My face freak. Talk to me but do it my way. Walk around cities that I hate, but do it on my way. Drop your power. Sorry, I don't do that my way. Pursue my interests. Do that my way, my way. Simple parking lots while I think a lot, while I think a lot. Glock 19 on appendix. Do party lots, do party lots. Haha, it's something like that. I like watching data rot. Crows eat trash and I'm like crows. Laughable that you just fought. The house where you don't go. Wood house where you don't go. Cement house that you don't know. Rock house where you don't know. Wood house where you don't go. Cement house that you don't know. Rock house where you don't know. They'll try to get clone me, but at least I ain't lonely. Come watch it happen, then you'll think that you know me. Snowmen who walk around in hoodies all day real slowly. The more I delete, the more you see, but yeah, that's all real me. I'm summoning, you're plummeting. Out here while I'm frightening. I'm summoning, you're plummeting. Out here while I'm frightening. Yeah, I'm walking out on the street. My face freak. Talk to me but do it my way. Walk around cities that I hate, but do it on my way. Drop your power. Sorry, I don't do that my way. Pursue my interests. Do that my way, my way. My face freak. Talk to me but do it my way. Walk around cities that I hate, but do it on my way. Drop your power. Sorry, I don't do that my way. Pursue my interests. Do that my way, my way. When they see ATMs, you can bet that I lost it. I'm the fucking god kid. When like I'm nutwig. Chemicals be toxic, but I like going dumb it. I'm trying to profit in CS office. And it's like pills that happen to be obvious. With a mask on, pass it off. See you at the gas stop. I'm in the LS, feeling ugly. I'm trying to profit in CS office. And it's like pills that happen to be obvious. With a mask on, pass it off. See you at the gas stop. I'm in the LS, feeling ugly.
Come and get it, boy, get you and hit it. Shell ejector, double barrel, shot dealer, you're there or you're not. True bullshit, my man. Why you want what I got? The money was the red dot on your breath of a clock. Get down the hell drop, add your whole lot. Flashes bitch for your aunt, but don't nobody know what. True bullshit, my man. It's money, man, and your money. cubicle. Use a tag if you're dead and massive cubicle. Take the death as a funeral for bounding gag individual. Am I savage? Hell yeah, like you didn't know. Future primitive digital. Black Google visual. When I read a rebels, coach and boss, back roll line original. Nation time and official. Oh shit, that's so federal. Real talk represented. No, don't ever forget it. Oh. It's funny, man. Your money is funny, man. Fuck the job. I'll take the luck in my hand. Who don't understand? Who don't understand? Who don't understand? That's what goes to my mind.
Harvest, that's all that I was out there yesterday. All kids who act scared or go, I don't fight with needles. Love, trust, that's carried by none. Find somewhere you wanna bite dust. I picked it up, now I moved to the front. Cause pissed me off, now I hide in the trunk. Harvest, that's all that I was out there yesterday. All kids who act scared or go, I don't fight with needles.
Watching others break it down. Now I see what you came for, lover. All or nothing aren't the same score. down, going to take you outside. Set you up a reason from the lonely. When it's over, you'll be golden. Over, over. Shut it down, going to take you outside. Soaking up the dust from your statue. Just the time away and you'll be golden. Over, over. I think you got all you came for. Do you want more? Easy is overdone, overdone. Is it gonna be right this time? Is it gonna be golden? Is it gonna be right?